Okay, so we're going to look at how to do amazing area puzzles. Okay, so I'm going to share my iPad screen. And so this, they'll have this under warm-ups is the file. And so if we look at it, go to the next page. So these are puzzles that originated in Japan and encourage mathematical thinking. So let's look at some of the ideas. Okay? And so the first idea here is that if you're doing something, so we're just doing area equals height times width, but there's amazing amount of variations on this. But if you look at something and it's going to create a fraction or decimal, stop and look for another way. So not everything is a whole number, but there's ways to figure out things that you never do a calculation with a whole number. Okay, so let's take a look, for example, and here's a couple of early examples here, is that if we have this first puzzle and we see a 5 here in an area of 45, then we know that this is a 9. So we say this is a 9. Okay, so then once you know that, once you know that this is a 9, and you say, oh, the other side, okay, so you assume everything, all these are right angles. And if it looks like right angles, so this is a 9. So if this is a 9, this height, and this is 72, then this is 8. If that's 8, then this is also 8. If this is 8 and this area is 32, then this is 4. Okay. And so we found that one. Okay, so we found the question mark there. Let's try example 2. So in example 2, a little bit different, right? So you can see how it's a little more complicated, right? So we have this 13 inches for these two widths altogether. So we're not sure what to do initially, but we say, okay, well, we have something we can calculate. So if we've got a 6 and a 42, we know this is 7. So if you know this is 7, then this one right here, this length is 13 minus 7 equals 6. So now we know this is 6, so we know this height is 4. Okay. So if we know that that height is 4, well, what's our next step? And so we say, well, we have, let's see what else we can calculate. So if we have a 28 with a height of 7, then we know that this is 4. So we know that that's 4. Then over here, what else can we figure out? Well, we know that this is 7, okay, but we don't know this distance here. We don't know that distance there. Okay, so we're trying to figure out, well, is there some way we can figure that out? Well, there is, right? but it's not immediately obvious. So you can see that there's some things that you can't tell. So you say, okay, well, this is 4. And so then this right here must equal 6 minus 4 equals 2. So we have this is 2. Okay, so this is 6 and this is 2. So we have those. And then you say, well, but what I really need to know is I need to know this area here, right? I need to know this area. Oh, and then, so you just kind of look around for a while, and then we stumbled upon it. It was just said, okay, so if this is 2, then now I know how much this is. It's 7 take away 2, right? So this area just from here to here is 7 minus 2 is 5. So I say, okay, this is 5. 5 goes into 24 times, and I get 8. But as you look at that, you can see that it wasn't as easy as the first puzzle. And in the area puzzle, you sort of chart out your steps, and we'll see that in the solutions. So when you look at the solutions, here's what you'd see, right? So you'd see it in this manner of Okay, the first thing is, so we did A and we got 7. And then we did B. And to find B, we said it was 13 minus A, so we got 6. Okay. And then for C, we said, okay, well, that's 4. Okay. Now notice how at first you weren't sure, why do I need that 4? But the 4 is going to help us to find the 2 here. Okay. So this is 4 and 2 equals 6. And then that's going to help us to find the 5. So this splits up as 2 and 5. And then once we know this 5, then we get 5 and 4. And remember, this the 7 goes into 28 4 times, and this is 4 plus 4. So several steps. And for some people, you find this to be a satisfying way to do it. Okay, let's look at example 3. Okay, so for example 3, notice how in this one, you know what the total is. So if we look at 12 by 10, we know that the whole thing is 120, right? We know the whole thing is 120. Okay, then as we look at it, we say, okay, 120, but this area here is 36 plus 14 is 50. Area equals 50. Okay. Well, so then this area is 120 minus 50 equals 70. So we know that this area is 70. Okay. Okay, so it'd be nice if we could figure out this distance here, right? Well, we can, right? So we add these together and we get that this is 50. So if the height is 10 and the area 36 plus 14 is 50, then this is 5, right? Okay, so then this is 5 and this much is 10. Is 5 is 10. 5 and 7 is 12, okay? So now you have that this area equals 7 times 4, 28. And remember what else did we know? So we knew that the area split up. So 120 split up into 50 and 70. And so then this is equal to 70 minus 28. So that should be 42. Okay, so that is a great puzzle there. And so give these warm-up puzzles a chance.